Here are the three pieces we're cutting today, plus an example stone. Step one to cutting a flat base is determining where the face of the stone is going to be. When you have a natural, clean face to a stone, it's pretty easy and obvious to figure out where it's going to be. You don't really have to do much cutting to determine where you want to put your flat base. When you have a piece like this, it's very difficult. So you'll need to do a rub. Here's a rub. All you do is basically act like you're cutting it, but don't spend anywhere near as much time. Quick 280, quick 600, quick 1200, quick 3000, and just take a look and you get a really good idea of what the pattern is. For example, I've found out that the pattern is nowhere near as good down here, so it's no big deal to lose that weight. Whereas if the pattern wasn't as good up here, I might actually wind up cutting a pair. And if the pattern was great here and went bad here, I would need to change the flat base to about that. You can see here that I've already cut flat bases on these stones. Now, they all need adjustments. So I'm not cheating because it's actually harder to cut a new flat base onto a stone. There's much less wiggle room. There's less room for error. And when you're doing it on a totally new piece of rough, call this stick here the flat lap that we're about to use, and this piece here, pretend this is the face and this is the base. You have a lot more room for error because you can start wherever and slowly adjust to what you want the base to be in the end. You'll have high points and little pits that you need to get down to. Whereas with this piece here, I need to make about a 15-degree adjustment. So I need to start here and end there as well. Here is a finished piece. When you're cutting your setting edge, when you're cutting your flat back, keep in mind the setting edges. And keep in mind where you want the peak of your dome to be while cutting the stone. This piece in particular, I forgot to do that. I want the peak of my dome to be right here, not here, because this is where the edge of the best pattern is on this piece. So I'm going to make a 30-degree adjustment counterclockwise to this base. For this piece, all I'm going to do is bring it up a little bit, maybe 1.5 millimeters, possibly 2 millimeters. And for this piece here, like I said, about a 15-degree adjustment, and I want to get rid of this large gap in the setting edge because it is a potential point of damage. If a hit comes down on the cabbed stone, this is the area that has the least. You've got this and you've got this that are going to have contact with the metal. So this is the area that has the least amount of ability to disperse its force. It has to actually take the damage there. So you want to have a nice, even setting edge. Let's cut. And all you do is hold it against a flat grinding disc. I'm just going to show you one stone here because you probably don't need to watch all three. It's time to dop your stones. Take a stick, put it in super glue, put a dollop on each stone, not too much. And mine dries pretty fast because it's like an old, almost empty bottle. So there's a lot of air exposure. It's actually more syrupy than it is thin and fast. But if you have a thin, fast one, you can just dop up like 20 stones at once. And by the time, like if you line them up and know which ones you started dopping with, by the time you finish putting glue on stones, the first one you put glue on will be starting to dry. So when you go to put the stick on, it should stick pretty quickly. And here we go. It's a nice flat base. And I stick that upright in this right here. Just drilled some little 1/8 inch holes and 1/4 inch holes to put the 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch sticks in. And no opal video is complete without some shots of some gorgeous opal. These have a really nice secondary body tone or underglow, that magenta cyan body tone that's coming across in the image there. This is the piece you saw me flatting a back on. Here's the piece you saw me dopping. And here is the big one. Thanks for watching. In one of my upcoming videos, I'll be talking about how to do the pre-cutting process before you even touch the stone to the piece. There is a set of things that you need to do with Ethiopian opal to avoid getting cracks or anything of the sort once you finish the stone. To avoid serious frustration, feel free to hit that subscribe button and take a look at it when it comes out. Thanks.